tell him, I am now representing the farmers of the North Rift, ranging from Kapenguria, Trans Nzoia, Uasin Gishu, Nandi, Elgeyo Marakwet, Baringo, and Nakuru, and all those places, Bungoma, and so on. And they have called me a lot this morning, and they have told me to say the following: to tell Kuria to stop his importation of 10 million bags with immediate effect. Kenyans are shocked, particularly farmers are shocked. We just elected the new government the other day on very fundamental promises. And one of them was not to import 10 million bags. I don't know where Kuria got these things. Of course, he was my vice chair in the last parliament. And I know sometimes he is erratic. And I want to tell him to stop being erratic. And remember now that he's a minister. He's not just an MP, he's a minister. He has higher calling. And therefore, you should stop importation of 10 million bags immediately. GMO or without GMO. Why? Because everybody knows in this country, and the places I am talking about, many farmers called me. In fact, they wanted to demonstrate. They might even demonstrate tomorrow. You might see different things in this country tomorrow. Farmers are harvesting. Everybody knows that. From Kapenguria all the way, as I said, through Bungoma, till Nakuru, and all parts of this country, farmers are harvesting. And they're expecting, what they were expecting was that the minister was going to announce and say, take your maize to a depot, NCBB depot, immediately. That was what was being expected. Not this idea that the minister is giving or sourcing for people to be given free importation of maize. That is immoral in two things. Number one, we are harvesting. We want the minister to open or to link with his minister or colleague for agriculture and open NCBBs immediately and give the farmers good price. And the minimum price farmers are telling me to tell him today is 4,500 a bag. By calling for importation of GMO food of 10 million bags, who is he representing? Who is Moses Kuria representing? He's not representing the people of Kenya. He might be representing some businessmen outside there. Some external businessmen, not the people of Kenya. I want to tell him to represent the people of Kenya by stopping that immediately, and then order for NCBBs to open and let our farmers in the North Rift, the greater North Rift, then submit their maize to NCBB with immediate effect. If the motivation is to feed our people who have hunger, we have enough maize. Mop all the maize in the North Rift and give to our people in Kenya. The minister should not import even one single bag of maize between now and February, March next year. Is when we can now say the minister will have mopped all the maize from our farmers. Then now, if there is no sufficient maize, he can argue. And where is public participation? And to assure this country of food security. When we are talking about food security, we cannot talk about food security if we cannot be able to mop and take the maize which are available. The danger, and that is why I'm a bit talking with a bit of some loud noise or loud voice. The danger, if we allow the minister to import 10 million bags, you know what's going to happen? A price of a bag, of which you have cultivated and farmers have already incurred costs, will be less than 1,000. So where will these farmers sell the maize? And in this case, therefore, in the mathematics I've just given, the guaranteed minimum return should have been 4,500 per bag of maize of 90 kilos. That is the guaranteed minimum return. And Kuria was really, Honorable Kuria, the Waziri, was really talking about these things until I agreed. He went around campaigning on these things and Kenyans agreed. Now he's renegading on that because he's a minister and going back to try to reduce that price to 1,000. That cannot be allowed. And I want to tell Honorable Kuria not to taint the new government of KK. It's only 3 months, not to taint the government. He should lead from the front. So I want to call upon the minister. As I conclude, I want to call the minister to stop with immediate effect, I'm going to petition tomorrow Parliament, so the Parliament can also weigh in on this issue, that the minister should stop. And if he doesn't stop, we'll tell the farmers, and he will see the wrath of farmers. You can't. What is the rationale of importing maize when we are harvesting? I mean, I don't know whether the Waziri lives in this country. That's why members of Parliament were asking us that we should have a minister from where the maize are grown, so that he feels the pinch. But because we are Kenyans, and Honorable Bokure is also a Kenyan, I want to plead with him before we go to the next level. If he's being forced by some white businessmen or multinational companies to be able to dispose their 10 million bucks, I want to tell Honorable Bokure, I want to plead with Honorable Bokure to desist with that pressure and listen to the pressure of our people. Listen to the cries of our people. Listen to the needs of our people. It is Kenyans first and other people later.